me on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen come forward.
High school, champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to O'Fallon Township High School here in the beautiful city of O'Fallon. We are here because we're going to bring you some Kahok boys soccer action as they get ready to take on their hosts, the O'Fallon Panthers. And we welcome you in to the pregame show brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great services served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street. There in Caseyville. Call in for carryout orders at 618-855-9007. Well, we are here after the JV game ended, and we need the varsity team to step it up a bit because Collinsville is 0 for 2 at O'Fallon here today. The freshmen lost across the way on the other field by a final score of 5-2, and the just completed JV game also went O'Fallon's way 3-2. O'Fallon scored the first 2 goals of the JV game in the first half before Sebastian Munoz got Collinsville on the board, and it was 2-1 after one half of play was completed. And then Rodrigo Hernandez Mendoza scored about 10 minutes into the second half to tie things up at 2-2, but with just 3:39 left in regulation, O'Fallon gets the one that eventually won them the game, and that final score of 3-2. So let's switch over now to the varsity side of things. Collinsville comes into this contest 2-2. They are 1-1 in Southwestern Conference play under their 7th-year head coach Rob Luggie, who sports him a winning record of 104 wins, 37 losses, and 5 ties. O'Fallon, they are 3-1 on the season. They are 2-0 in Southwestern Conference play under their 4th-year head coach Chris Kazmarak, and he brings with him a 37-20-3 record. Kahawks are coming off of their first conference win of the year with a 4-3 win at Kahok Stadium Thursday night against Belleville West, and now find themselves on the road for 2 straight games, tonight versus the Panthers, and then a whopping 6 days from now at Webster Groves. In the game versus the Maroons, Sam Garofalo scored twice. Juan Carlos Doria and Adam Reiniger scored the other 2 goals. Reiniger has 1 goal in every game so far this year. O'Fallon, just like Collinsville, started the year with a loss to Triad, while the Cahoks lost to the Knights at home 4-1. The Panthers lost to Triad on the road in a 7-1 loss. Since then, O'Fallon has won 3 straight. They opened their Southwestern Conference schedule with back-to-back wins over both the Belleville programs, with a 4-3 win in the Panthers' home opener against Belleville West before putting up a clean sheet with a 3-0 win at Belleville East. And O'Fallon is coming off of a 4-1 win at Jabot on Saturday night. Had a chance to catch up with Collinsville head coach Rob Lugge just a little while ago. We pass that conversation on to you next as the LC's Pub pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC Pub's pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're on the road for the first time this year following your Kahok soccer team as we are in O'Fallon tonight as the Panthers host your Collinsville Kahawks. And joining us now is Collinsville head coach Rob Lugge. All right, there, Coach Lugge, let's go back in time as we always do at the beginning of these and tell me about the 4-1 win over Belleville West.
It was a good game. It was a pretty decent performance by us. We moved the ball a lot more. And those are things we've been working with on training. We still are struggling with about 18 yards in, finishing the ball, finishing opportunities that we get. So that's something that's going to have to improve for us to be successful moving forward. And unfortunately for us, we weren't able to get the shutout. Robbie played well. Our back line played well. It's just an unfortunate penalty kick. A handball, and you can't move your arm out of the way that fast. It kind of is what it is. We're moving in the right direction when it comes to playing a complete game. Now, can we continue to do so tonight? That's the big question. So hopefully everything we've been working on in training kind of all comes together.
You guys registered 12 shots on goal in that game. So offensively, I'm guessing things looked a little bit better?
Yeah, again, we're putting ourselves in spots. It's just we're not being dangerous enough whenever we get to those spots. And our shots, either at the goalie, over to the side, we're not finding kind of the spots in the goal that are going to help us, be successful. So, again, that needs to improve, tonight as we move forward because our schedule doesn't, get any easier.
Well, you do play in the Southwest Conference, so that's a given right there. All right, let's talk about some individuals. Sam Garofalo, man, I tell you what, I like watching that kid play. I know that you missed him in that triad game. How much did you miss him?
Sammy's got a motor, and he doesn't stop. He just won't stop. And just his presence on the field, it gives us so many other options. And, he's very versatile and can play any position. So, like last year we had him playing center back at one point. Now, he's either playing center mid or striker. For us, he brings another element just to our attack with Adam and Trey that, if we all get on the same page, it'll be pretty deadly.
You guys beat them last year, and all three of those guys you just mentioned, Adam, Trey, and Sam, all scored goals.
Well, let's try and do that tonight. Let's keep that going.
All right, tell me a little bit about Ty Starko, your sophomore. He's playing some good minutes for you at that position.
Ty's doing great. He's a sophomore. He's a little inexperienced, but he brings an element as a center back next to Dane, just an element of calmness. Kind of, it allows Dane to not only just defend and lead our backfield, but get into the attack a little bit more. And you kind of saw that the other day when we were playing Belleville West. Ty's ability, once he gets a little bit more comfortable, I think he's going to be outstanding back there.
How much of a benefit is it for him to be playing back there with the likes of Borm and Compton?
Well, that was kind of whenever, discussing that transition for him, because he started as center mid, transitioning back in to center back was the personnel around him that allows him to get a little bit more comfortable. But I don't really think it's taken long for him to get comfortable back there. We threw him into the fire against, Chatham, and then back to Edwardsville. So those are two tough games to get used to. But, I think now once he's got the speed of play down, now it's just getting into a rhythm with everybody else.
All right, let's move on to O'Fallon. One of those teams, man. We talked about this during the Triad game. O'Fallon graduated 15 seniors from last year's team, and here they are only with one loss on the year so far.
Yeah, and they also have 14 seniors this year. So they just keep bringing in players. O'Fallon's a hard-working team. They're aggressive. They're going to be very similar to last year, a little bit more direct than we are. So our goal is to be able to put the ball on the ground, they're a similar team to Belleville West. Put the ball on the ground, move it around them, kind of make them chase as we build up.
Now, you guys don't have another game after this until Monday when you're playing Webster Groves. Tell me a little bit about how you're going to spend your week with that much time off.
Well, hopefully after a good performance tonight, we can just get our legs back under us tomorrow. Then Thursday, Friday, continue to work on just tactics, positioning, catch up some of the younger guys and to what we're looking for as our schedule gets a little bit more difficult. And just work on the basics. We kind of continually push the basics. And this deep into the season, you just kind of have to, just because you can't push hard every single day, especially, with the schedule that we play. We have to be able to recover at some point.
Do you like having that much time off between matches, or would you rather get a couple or 3 matches in a week?
No, I hate it. I would rather just play 3 games back to back to back. Training's hard, especially whenever you get into a routine of every other day you're playing a game. It can lead to bad habits. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully our boys are disciplined enough to kind of, continually working hard at training. It's nice getting into a routine, and this does throw a little wrench into it, but with taking this Thursday off allows us to play in the St. Louis University tournament. So, it's kind of, you have to.
All right, what do you want to see out of your guys tonight?
Being patient. I think we talk about playing at speed and playing fast, and I think sometimes we get a little confused and they just want to kick it, and that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for playing at speed while possessing the ball, but still maintaining some sort of patience while doing it. It's a balance, and I think at times we do an amazing job doing it, and other times we just kind of freak out and kick. It's finding that balance that will help us be successful.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
That is Rob Lugie, your Collinsville Kahok soccer head coach. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show, and when we come back, we will give you starters for both sides. We'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Ragg, your Benjamin F. Edwards financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Ragg is a proud supporter of your Collinsville Kahawks and the Kahok Sports Network, as well as the Kahok Educator of the Month Award. For all of your investment needs, see financial advisor and investment vice president Jason Ragg at the Benjamin F. Edwards office in Edwardsville at 1012 Plummer Drive, or call Jason Ragg at 618-307-7048, or visit benjaminfedwards.com. Benjamin F. Edwards, members SIPC.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes
getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union strong. We are Kahok strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 1966 Vandalia, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is your one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking. Providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at collinsvillebarbecue.com. 618-855-8855. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. And once again, we welcome you back to O'Fallon Township High School. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you for tonight's contest. We gave Brett Bourne the night off. We figured we'd let him enjoy a little spectator viewing ship for, he's got a kid out there on the field, so he doesn't get a chance to really just watch unless I'm not doing the game. So we gave him the night off. Besides, this is a very small press box. So we welcome you into the booth, and here are your starters for tonight. For the O'Fallon Panthers, you have Ethan Nelson in goal. He is a senior, and in front of Mr. Nelson, you have Aiden Cometa, Harry Schroeder, Carson Nix, Lucas Favor, Mo Taggart, Nate Hoover, Jordan Boatchamp, Cole Smith, Caden Ratcliffe, and Brendan Loogie. For Collinsville, Robbie Freeman, the senior, will be in goal, and in front of Robbie, you will find Dane Compton, Trey Peterson, Adam Reiniger, Mikey Suarez, Landon Mahat, Ty Starko, Sam Garofalo, Chris Munoz, TJ Carter, and the aforementioned Braden Bourne. Chris Keller, how are you, sir?
Oh, great. It's a beautiful night here. Didn't warm up as much as they said it was going to, and so it's a beautiful night here in O'Fallon. We're ready to go.
Your thoughts on the coach's comments?
Yeah, it's a good view of his team so far here early in the season. They're still training here and learning a few things here. They've had some breakdowns here in a few things throughout the season, but the last game was a very positive game against Belleville West. They did have a little dip there in the middle, and then gave up the handball and the PK, and then they really turned on the Jets there and got the last 2 goals to really put the game away.
Yeah, those handball on the PK thing, man, those are tough to swallow
Right,
sometimes because it's usually an accident.
You know,
Nobody intentionally puts their hand out to stop the ball.
and you think you're in control of the game 2-0, and then that kind of happens, and then you're thinking, okay, well, we're just one mistake away from being all knotted up, but good way to recover for the Kahawks after that.
All right, we are underway. Ball out of bounds a couple of times already, so a little bit of a delayed start here by these two clubs. Collinsville, of course, they're on the road, so they're in their all whites. They have on purple numbers on the fronts and the backs of their uniforms, and they have a little purple stripe going down the shorts. And the O'Fallon Panthers, they are in their home uniforms. A little mixture of the gold and the midnight blue. They have gold on the front, midnight blue sleeves. They have midnight blue on the back, and those gold numbers show up quite nicely on the backs of those jerseys, so that's always nice to see. When they turn around to the front, though, the numbers are blue on the yellow background, so I kind of like them. These are new.
Very distinguished colors there. Yeah, they alternate very differently from front to back.
So we are underway. The lights have just been turned on, but of course the sun is still up for a little while longer, so they haven't taken effect yet. As Collinsville sends the ball downrange, and chance for Collinsville, but it's a offside call. Just as Mikey Suarez was coming in to try and score a goal, but you saw that one a mile away. He was ahead of everybody all by himself. And that can't happen in the world of soccer, so O'Fallon will get a free kick from about 35 yards away from their goal mouth, and they're going to go ahead and set that ball down. And here is Mo Taggart, the senior defenseman, who will put us back into action. He'll send it all the way down. That one gets past everyone. There is a little bit of a breeze here, and that is coming from the south to the north. So as you're watching this is coming from the right to the left. So right now, O'Fallon has that wind behind their back. And I was watching that during the JV game, man. You get a hold of a ball, and it's going to travel for a while.
That always seems to happen here.
Yeah.
You get some windy days, and it's kind of wide open. The buildings are set much farther off.
And Ethan Nelson plays the ball back out front. Now at midfield, moved forward by Cometa, and ends up going out of bounds, and that ball will belong to Collinsville. Kahawks have 6 days off between this game and their next game Monday at Webster Groves, so a little bit of a chance to work on some stuff in practice, as you heard the coach talk about, plus the team gets a chance to catch their breath. Rust up any healing that needs to go on?
Yeah, I was looking at it as opposed to last year's schedule and how this little break came about. The CBC game was on the Saturday following this game, but now the CBC game is later.
All right, O'Fallon's on the move. They try to push it forward, but that ricochets off of one of the Collinsville players and heads straight for the sideline. Cometa, he'll track it down, and he'll try to move around, and he does so, and into the box it goes, and Borum kicks it out of there before anyone could settle it down to get a shot on goal, and a shot that goes well wide off of the foot of Jordan Beauchamp. We're just underway, 36 and a half minutes to go here in this first half between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Of course, Adam Reiniger leading Collinsville in the goal department. He has 4 goals. He has scored 1 goal in each of the first 4 games of the year, but Sam Garofalo catching up. Sam, of course, missed that triad game, so he's 1 game behind as far as games played, but he's doing the best he can to keep up with Mr. Reiniger, that's for sure. There is Ethan Nelson. He'll throw the ball over here toward the press box. And Nate Hoover will take over. Nate sends it up past the midfield stripe, but there's Borum. Nice play by Braden. He'll send it up, and it stays here on the sideline, and Collinsville will get a free kick out of this. Here is Sam Garofalo. Doesn't waste any time. Sends it into the box, and a 1-bouncer. And it goes right to Ethan Nelson. And then quickly O'Fallon gets the ball out, and they start moving up and trying to generate a little offense. At midfield we go. Off of the head now of Starko. Starko stepped into it, sent it over onto the far side, and now Brendan Luggie, he'll take care of it and send it over there farther toward the sideline. Collinsville, they get there first. Here is Munoz. Munoz sends the ball up to Garofalo. And Garofalo trying to cut across the middle. He does so, puts a shot on goal, but that's well wide and probably high as well. And that ball goes bouncing into the corner of the track here in the football/soccer/track and field stadium at O'Fallon Township High School. 5 minutes gone here in this first half. No score yet between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Leading scorer for O'Fallon right now is Carson Nix. He has 3 goals. Caden Radcliffe and Harrison Schroeder have 2. And this ball sent up. And here is Beauchamp, and he gets taken out of the play. Somebody lost a shoe.
Starko lost his cleat on that collision. Gets right back on.
One of those Skechers slip-ons? No, they don't have those in soccer shoes, do they? Here is Peterson trying to wrestle the ball away. He can't. Garofalo gets in on the action, and out to midfield it goes, and away we go with Munoz. Munoz sends the ball up in front of the box. Reiniger, he uses a little back kick and tries to send it over there and find Carter. Carter stays with it. He's got Cometa all over him over there. And then I think Carter might have taken an inadvertent hand to the face. That one gets past everyone and it'll roll all the way down into the box, and Robbie Freeman will be there to pick it up and send us back to work. He'll roll the ball out to Borm. Borm over here on this near side, banks it off of the shins of Beauchamp, and that ball goes out of bounds, so Collinsville will have a throw in. I got a little bee stuck in between the glass panes here. He's been trying to get out for a while.
He's stuck there for a while.
He is, at least until I close the window back up. They do have air conditioning in the booth, but I closed the door to the air conditioning because we have to open the window to get a better view here for the camera, and it's okay. It's not too bad. A little sticky, but otherwise I'll take it over that crap we had a couple of weeks ago. That's for sure. Off of Peterson, and O'Fallon trying to settle the ball down and get a shot on offense here. Collinsville disrupts that. And over here on this near sideline, it's taken care of by O'Fallon, and here is Schroeder. Schroeder gets it around Borm. Borm steps around him and blocks his progress, and then Carson Nix tries to take it in, and we have a whistle on the play.
Offsides, I believe, is the call.
A little tough when it's everybody's already down that far to determine offsides. Referees are all over it, and Braden Borm will send us back to work.
Especially the defenders are squeezing in like that, so they're moving up, and the guy at the top of the box might lose his defender there and go offsides.
That ball gets kicked toward the sideline, and that is out of bounds, just barely. Right as that ball crossed the line, Nate Hoover got there, and it was a little bit too late. We do have that little echo in this box, though, don't we?
Yeah, just a little bit of one kind of here with the door closed.
Yeah. Off of the head of Peterson, and it rolls all the way to Ethan Nelson. Neither team has had a shot on goal yet, and we are 8 minutes into this first half. No score between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Glad that you're with us on a steamy Tuesday night. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. No, I did. I had some fun. That's what it's all about, right? Having fun?
Having fun. Last for the real end of summer there.
Yeah, the unofficial end of summer is always Labor Day weekend, but of course summer doesn't end until the 21st, I believe. 21st, 22nd, somewhere
If you
around
work
there.
in the schools, it ended up for us on the 17th of August.
Yep, here is a chance for Garofalo. Garofalo trying to turn the corner. He puts one on, and a save over there by the junior defenseman, Nate Hoover. Ball still alive, and it's sent all the way out. That was close and a little bit hairy if your name is Ethan Nelson. And that, no call on that? Wow. Harry Schroeder stuck his leg out and tripped up Munoz, but no call. I guess they were considering they both were going for the ball, and now a injury on the field as one of the O'Fallon players is down, but he doesn't stay down too long.
They call that foul there, but
yeah,
crazy second chance there for the Cahoks as Raffle saved the ball from going out. It was like a quick corner kick that surprised everybody.
During the JV game, O'Fallon had a scoring opportunity, and the goalkeeper for Collinsville came way out of his goal to play the ball, and O'Fallon struck it, and it rolled all the way across the goal mouth, just did not go over the line. But it was only about 5 minutes later where O'Fallon did end up scoring the game winner. Here's Borm. Nice stop there. by the senior to Trey Peterson. Out to the midfield logo here at O'Fallon High School, the big gold O. Couple of nice moves there by Landon Mahat, and up in front of the box it goes, but Collinsville couldn't track it down well enough to get a shot on goal, so Mahat will try it again. Gets it up to Peterson. Peterson trying to get around his player. He does. Comes in the middle and tries to take a shot, but that went off the side of his foot and was not slow enough for Adam Reiniger to catch up to it. And it ends up going out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Ethan Nelson. Nelson and Robbie Green make up the goalkeeper duo for O'Fallon here. Both teams are a little behind. I'm not thinking it's both teams. I'm thinking it's the folks at the STL. I understand they're a little short-handed, but right now both teams only have 2 games worth of stats in the book when each one of them have played 4. So I don't have true stats. I just know Collinsville's because I do their games. And even when I don't do their games, I am getting reports and scores and goal scorers, so I have a pretty good idea what's going on there. Collinsville trying to keep it down. Here is Peterson. Peterson takes a shot, but that was after the whistle blew, and Peterson gets called for the infraction.
Peterson drug him down there. There was no call. And
yeah, it was a late whistle, wasn't it?
Yeah, late whistle was very late. Could have went one-on-one with the goalie, but he knew the call was coming.
Yeah, he did. All right, 25 yards away from their own goal. O'Fallon will send it out on a free kick, and they'll do so to midfield and beyond. And when I mean beyond, I mean way beyond, and it rolls out of bounds. So Collinsville will get the throw in this time, and it'll be Braden Borum over here on this near side sideline. Between now and the end of this game, I'm sure I'll call him Brett. There's a ball that gets past Mr. Borum, and O'Fallon with an opportunity and a shot, and it goes in. Oh, boy. Robbie Freeman got a hand on it, but it just snuck in that near side post as he was going backwards. And that's a bad break there for the Kahawks. Bad break for Freeman.
He wasn't able to get in front of it, and so he kind of played off to his side. He was also trying to, use the post to his advantage there to kind of corral that one, and in just went through his hands and right between him and the goalpost there.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. So Collinsville is going to have to play from behind once again. And that was a nice little job of keeping that ball in by Garofalo. He tries to go back and chase it down, but instead it was Caden Radcliffe who got there first. And O'Fallon goes back to work here on offense. Here is Carson Nix. Nix sends it up, but there is Compton to stop it. Compton with his head up, looks up, and finds Peterson. Peterson, a little side kick, and he's taken out of the play, and that's going to be a whistle against O'Fallon. So Collinsville will have a kick here from about 70 yards away from where they need to put one in the back of the net. Back to action. Here is Ty Starko. Starko will take a pass instead of a kick over to Compton. Compton back over to Starko. They got Starko, the sophomore, sandwiched in between the seams. He'll send it back over to Compton. Compton with his head up, moves the ball across the midfield stripe, gets it up for Reiniger. Reiniger looking for a little bit of help, finds some back over on the far side for Compton. Compton back in the middle, and Reiniger got stepped in front of, and a nice move, couple of nice moves there by Radcliffe. Radcliffe stays with it, but there's Starko. He was in the right spot at the right time. O'Fallon sends a lob of a pass into the box, and a one bouncer right to Freeman. We'll keep the game where it is at 1-0. Freeman sends it all the way back out to midfield off of the head of Radcliffe. Radcliffe. Munoz takes over for Collinsville. Here is Compton. Compton sends it up the line, trying to spring Mikey Suarez. Suarez tried a little slide, couldn't find the ball at the same time. And then Carter came up with it, but then lost it. Now back for O'Fallon. O'Fallon at midfield, turns around and into their offensive zone. They'll send one up the line, trying to find Cometa. Cometa, he'll send a crossing pass in. It stayed up, and Freeman was able to catch that one. O'Fallon.
Go ahead.
O'Fallon's had 2 shots on goal now, and one of them's gone in.
Cometa, I think, was just trying to center that for Schroeder there, and Freeman steps in front of it there. It is still a shot on goal.
Our first substitution of the game belongs to O'Fallon as they bring in Lucas Ecker, a junior midfielder for the Panthers.
Seems like some of the other teams have had more deeper benches than the Kahawks have been willing to go to, and Fallon goes to the bench first here about 15 minutes in.
O'Fallon graduated 15 seniors from their soccer program last year, and they still have about 12 on this year's team.
Yeah, they have, well, not significantly, but definitely more students at O'Fallon than Collinsville has. So
Yeah, they get the benefit of a bigger student population, that's for sure. Always good in soccer, O'Fallon is. Seems like every year, year in and year out, they're right up there. Here is Mo Taggart. He'll send the ball up, and a little miss hit here on the sideline by Hoover, and Borm does a wise thing and kicks it right off of Hoover's legs and out of bounds, so Borm will have the throw-in opportunity here for Collinsville. Now Collinsville will make their first substitution as Mikey Suarez heads out. And Enrique Carranza will check into the game. He's the biggest guy on the field. You can't mistake him. A couple of times he got his leg on the ball during that JV game. And I tell you what, one time he had a free kick and he sent that thing 60 yards. He had the wind at his back, of course. I think he probably could have done it without the wind.
still a big booming kick.
He is, man. He's a big kid. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger. Got a couple of guys on him, and they'll send the ball up to Garofalo, and Garofalo was offside after the pass was made.
I think they wanted Carranza to go up more there and lead that defender and have Garofalo trailing behind there, but Carranza fell behind there. That left Garofalo out in front and offsides.
That ball goes out of bounds off of O'Fallon, so Born with another throw in here over on the near side. Off of an O'Fallon head, right back to where it came from. But this one is going to be out of bounds as well. Another throw in coming up for Born, but he'll go back about 25 yards from where he was. Throw in, trying to find Peterson, but Radcliffe read that all the way like a linebacker trying to intercept a pass in a football game. Here is Compton. Compton trying to fend off his opposing number 2, Adam Schrader, and he does so as that ball rolls to Freeman.
Stays at enough traffic there in front of Schrader to let the ball roll back to Freeman.
23 minutes left to play here in this first half. 1-0 in favor of O'Fallon.
Kahawks have fell behind early in some other games here, so that's the situation they find themselves in again.
And a kick that was supposed to go to Garofalo, but that was intercepted by O'Fallon once again. They're kind of reading what the Kahawks are doing here, and they're stepping in front of these passes just in time. Here is Carter back over to Peterson. Peterson at midfield will send it over to Mahat. Mahat will send it up to Borm. Borm pinches in on the defense over here on this near side sideline. Gets the ball back up to Garofalo. Garofalo turns around, sends it back to Starko. Starko, he'll get a little test from behind, but stays with it. Now back up to Garofalo. Sam moves it forward, and that one probably, I thought they were going to call that one offside, but they didn't. And Reiniger with a score. He has scored a goal in every game so far this year, and this game no different as Reiniger ties things up. I thought for sure they were going to call that offside.
I think Carranza there helped out there with the positioning there to allow Reiniger and everybody to still be onside there. And Reiniger sneaks through and gets the goal.
1-1.
So there you go. Talking about getting that tying goal.
Yeah, that's the first order of priority when you fall down 1-0.
Fallon didn't argue it too much. They didn't seem to be asking for any offside, so the Kahawks do pretty successfully there to get that goal.
There's a kick toward the goal, and a big bounce will go right to Freeman as he is well off to the right of his near side post. Freeman sends it back out to midfield, and here is Trey Peterson. He gets a little push and a shove from behind. There's the whistle. Collinsville will have a free kick from midfield. And Borm will just send a pass back to Starko. Starko will do the same thing and send it over to the far side for Compton. Compton races across that midfield stripe. Excuse me, sends a ball past the defense, and Garofalo had a shot on goal, but it banks off of one of the O'Fallon players. Now over to Carter, and that was offside.
Yeah, Carter is moving up there on that far corner there. He ended up being the farthest man up. Just moved up a little too far, and then that moves him offsides.
So a goal kick restart coming up here for Nelson. Nelson sends it over to the far sideline, back to midfield. There's Carter to take care of it to Reiniger. Reiniger, he gets a little tripped up as the ball met foot at the same time. And then O'Fallon will take over. Panthers try to bring it up across midfield. They can't. Carter got called for a foul, and he was ready to plaster that ball out toward the goal, and the whistle stopped his action. So a free kick from midfield for O'Fallon this time. That's a low kick right off of the referee's back. Well, Chris Munoz tripped up one of the O'Fallon players, and there's another late whistle, man. He got tripped up. The guy flew through the air, hit the ground, and they kept on playing, and then the whistle blew.
Yeah, I guess because he sent the shot in, I guess you got to make sure the shot ain't going to go on goal and give him even better opportunity. Or go in the net.
Free kick here from about 35 yards away, and it looks as if Caden Radcliffe is going to take this shot. Referee's getting Collinsville's wall set up. There's the whistle, and it will be Radcliffe. He'll send one high over everybody. And Collinsville will have a goal kick restart with about 19 and a half minutes to go here in this first half. We're halfway through the first half of this contest.
Yep, no water break here today. It's not extremely hot like it was a couple weeks ago, or some other games where they did water breaks at about this point. We'll continue on.
Yeah, I think it was about 83 degrees when I got here with a feels like of 88, so a little less on the heat index this time around. Supposed to get some cold front moving through overnight about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then starting tomorrow and the rest of the week supposed to be very comfortable, which is a good thing. Got washers Wednesday night. Be back inside Thursday for some volleyball, and then of course we have the home opener, the football home opener on Friday. Looks like it's going to be a nice, comfortable evening for that too. No rain in the forecast. Ball ends up going down and picked up by Collinsville. Reiniger sends it over to Compton. Compton tries to send it back over to the sideline. He does so to Carter. Carter gets a little push from behind, and then he gets knocked down on the play. And Collinsville is going to have a free kick from just outside the box over on the far side sideline. $18 minutes to go here in the second half. Don't forget we have the Woods Basement Systems halftime show coming up your way. At the end of half number one, we will scour the intrawebs and find scores for you. I know the Lady Kahok volleyball team played today. Might still be playing. The varsity team might. Here's the corner kick, and it goes right to Nelson.
I believe that was at Jabot, and I believe there's only one gym there, so they're playing freshman, JV, varsity, one after the other, so it might be a bit of a longer night.
Yeah, I have a text to all of the coaches, JV, freshman, and varsity for Lady Kahok's volleyball, so they know that I'm doing this game and to send me some scores. Here is O'Fallon. They got the first goal of this game. Collinsville tied it up just a little while ago, and that's a nice move by Borm. He brought the ball up, and it ends up going across the line as he got bumped into. It's Collinsville's ball, though, and Borm will be the one throwing it in once again. But we have a substitution going on, one for each team, as Collinsville brings back in Mikey Suarez. O'Fallon, they bring in Ben Schreiber. Garofalo will go out and get a little bit of a breather and get some water. Borm, he's ready to go. He throws it in to midfield. And O'Fallon, the first one to touch it, but not the last. Collinsville got their hand on the ball. Carranza got a foot on the ball and will send it up. Here is Carter to Peterson. Peterson kind of ran right into Radcliffe. Whistle on the play. Collinsville will get another free kick, but from midfield this time.
Yeah, they got that call on Carter getting taken out back around 46 of the football markings.
Compton will take this kick. And he sends a high one right into the box, and that was a little volleyball play there by Nelson to punch that out. Use a little two-hand open palm slap of that ball to get it back heading in the right direction for the O'Fallon Panthers. Panthers try to bring it up. Collinsville intercepts. Here is Compton. Compton up to Reiniger. Reiniger, he gets tripped up. No call on the play. And then there's like 4 yellow jerseys, and then Reiniger trips up the O'Fallon player and will get called.
Lots of guys ping-ponging off of each other there. When somebody comes crashing down the ground, that's the only one they saw.
There's the ball off of the chest of Jacob Culp, and Collinsville almost got a hold of that ball to take back over, but it's going to be sent back to the defense, and the defense will send it all the way back to Nelson. Nelson kicks it back out toward midfield. Here is Culp once again. Culp will send a little shot right into the midfield circle for Radcliffe. Radcliffe had to go back and chase it, though, and he'll send it over to the far sideline. O'Fallon brings it up, and a couple of bounces later, it's into the chest of Robbie Freeman. No problem there. Just under 15 minutes to go here in this first half, 1-1 between Collinsville and O'Fallon. There is Suarez. Suarez sends it up to Carranza. Carranza, he'll send it over to Reiniger. Reiniger does a nice job and sends it over to Garofalo, who didn't stay out very long. I didn't even see him come back in, to tell you the truth. Quickly we move, and to midfield it goes, over the head of all the Kahok defenders, and once again, Robbie Freeman will handle that ball right at the front of his 18-yard box. Here is Compton. Compton will send the ball over to Carter. Carter sends the ball back to Compton. Compton, head up, looks up. Carter on the sideline, sends it up to Garofalo. Garofalo trying to find Peterson over there. Or, excuse me, that was Reiniger over there on the sideline, but O'Fallon gets it back. They cut in over on the right wing, but that one's too far, and it's going to go across the line, and it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Collinsville. Cometa and Schrader check back into the game, as does Jordan Beauchamp. I think Collinsville made a substitution too, but there were so many O'Fallon players coming in. I didn't see who was. Yeah, okay.
There was Munoz, and Carranza went back out.
Gotcha. Ball at midfield. Throw-in coming up here for Borm once again. He's been busy over here with the throw-ins on this side. Nice little move there by Munoz to step right in front of Schroeder and take that ball away. Peterson, he'll get the ball up to Garofalo. Garofalo trying to spring Carter over there on that far side, but it never made it that far. And now O'Fallon, they have control of the ball, and they bring it across midfield into their offensive zone, but that's going to be another ball that Robbie Freeman picks up inside the box. 12:45 left to play here in this first half. 1-1 between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Kahawks trying to win their second Southwestern Conference game. O'Fallon trying to win their third. Ball back to Carter. And then a little misstep there, and that ball goes past everybody wearing the white and the purple, and O'Fallon takes back over again. They'll send the ball back out to midfield, but they misconnected on the pass. That was a nice little play there by Caden Radcliffe to keep that ball heading in the opposite direction from where it was going, and the ball ends up going out of bounds. So Robbie Freeman once again with a goal kick restart here. Little pop up that goes into the wind. That's why it didn't go very far. Just me, or these lights facing straight down?
That's how the lights look now. They
Yeah,
like
the
deceive
LED
you.
lights.
They like deceive you. It looks like they're just going
Yeah,
They like the field better. I don't know how to describe it.
yeah. 'Cause
They're like that at Alton at the stadium.
over in the secondary field, they have the old round light posts and light bulbs.
I think it's more efficient to have it all
Well, you don't blind the fans, that's for sure.
pointing in a certain direction as opposed to just going out in
Yeah.
every direction. Anyway,
Here is Peterson. Peterson sends the ball up. He's trying to chase it down. He does. He's in a foot race, but that foot race is going to be won by Radcliffe. And then Radcliffe will send it back the other direction, and Harry Schrader sends it up to midfield. Now onto the foot of Smith. Here's an opportunity for O'Fallon. Here is Cometa, and getting in his way was Starko, and Starko did a great job there. We're going to have our first corner kick of this game.
great job
No,
defending.
second corner kick. Collinsville had one earlier.
Great job defending by Starko.
Yeah, you're not kidding there.
Didn't let himself get burned there and have Comedic go one-on-one with Freeman.
He was about ready to.
See what O'Fallon has here on the corner. How they play this.
They play it traditional. It's going to come out the other side off of a head. It goes straight up, and Robbie Freeman will take care of that without allowing a rebound or not allowing that ball to hit the ground and give O'Fallon an even better opportunity. So nice play there by Robbie Freeman. We have about 10 minutes left to go here in this first half. Ball sent out to midfield. Bounces off a couple of players, and then Reiniger tries to settle it down. He can't. It's picked up over there by O'Fallon and sent up that far sideline, but it'll go across the end line, and we'll have another goal kick restart coming up here from Freeman. Freeman's been busy with those goal kick restarts, that's for sure.
Found since a few innocent things just way down there deep, and they've gone on the sideline and off the end line. Did work out for one of them to get the goal.
Ball again being held up by that wind, and it'll come down, and O'Fallon stays in business in their own offensive zone. Here is Nix. Nix will send it over here to this side, but it's off of the body there of Beauchamp. Beauchamp, he gets hassled by Borm, and then Peterson comes in to lend a hand, and he does, and now we're going to have bodies flying everywhere, and the call is going to go against O'Fallon, so Collinsville will have a free kick, but this is going to be from about 85, 90 yards away.
Could have cleared that out much before that as Beauchamp got control of it as it rolled off his arm. They could have got him on a handball.
A little bit farther on that kick. Wind has kind of died down just a little bit, as it usually does right when the sun starts setting. When it gets dark, the wind kind of dissipates a bit. At midfield we are, and here is O'Fallon. They bring the ball up, and that's Nix once again. He'll send the ball into the box, and Freeman will come out and grab it right before Cometa can get there.
Fallon just continues to try to send some balls up and see if any Kahok mistakes happen. Just nothing yet except for the one goal.
Yeah. Briefly, that ball touched the offensive zone of Collinsville, but Borm, he gets a hold of it, sends it back up to Peterson. Peterson sends it over to Reiniger, and Peterson was taken out. That one's going to go against Radcliffe. He knew it. He held up his hand. He's going to get a yellow card.
Yep, center official stops play right away, gives him his yellow card for Radcliffe. He'll be sent off. He can return.
Next whistle, he can. Brent Schreiber will come in and take his place. Collinsville will have a free kick from about 65 yards out. 8:03 left on the clock. I know, mine says 7:50. I'll start it here. I'll wait for it to catch up. Borm, ready with the kick. He'll send it into the front of the 18-yard box, and Carter couldn't quite get a body part on it yet. And Collinsville trying to set it up front. They can't. But they're sticking with it. Here's Garofalo. Garofalo trying to find Reiniger, just went past him. Garofalo gets another opportunity. Now he'll head back the other way, and he'll send it to Compton. Compton steps up, pinches in from the defensive side of things, sends it up into that far side corner, but that is going to be across the line. It'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for O'Fallon and Ethan Nelson. 7:20 left to play here in this first half. Cardinals are playing on the road at Atlanta. We'll give you an update on that game during the Woods Basement System halftime show. I'm sure there's all kinds of other Southwestern Conference soccer matches going on here. Here is Trey Peterson. Peterson has 4 guys around him wearing the yellow and blue. Reiniger gets it, sends it over to Mahat. Mahat will send it over across the way to Compton. Compton, he'll send one to the front of the box, and Reiniger trying to turn around to find it. He will over here on this near sideline. Now he's got a little bit more work to do as he's getting a little pressure from behind there by Hoover. And he'll send it over to Peterson. Peterson back into the middle for Mahat. Mahat will send it back over to Compton. Compton sends it up the line, and trying to track it down is Mikey Suarez, but he won't get there before Nelson does, and Nelson will send that ball out of bounds. Throw in for Collinsville, and Mr. T.J. Carter sends it back up into the box. Whistle will stop the action, and it'll be a kick coming up here for O'Fallon from inside the 18-yard box. He'll send it all down the line, and to midfield it goes, and then out of bounds right in between the benches. We won't have another soccer match for you on the Kahok Sports Network until 2 weeks from today. Had a game scheduled for you next Thursday, but I took that one off the schedule because I'm going down to Heron to watch my grandson play football. It was the only game that me and my wife and my daughter could make it to, so I made the executive decision to take the drive down to Heron and watch my grandson play on the freshman team. Done pretty good so far. Got a couple of videos of him. He's got some good tackling going on there. He's the field goal kicker too. Here's Collinsville in the box. They tried to send it up to Carranza, and Carranza draws a whistle, but it's going to go against him. He was hoping for a moment it was going to be against O'Fallon because that was definitely inside the box. But it does not go his way, and it'll be Mo Taggart who will take this kick for O'Fallon. Taggart sends it all the way back down to midfield. Takes a roll down the sideline and past the Collinsville bench and out of bounds. It'll be Collinsville's ball. 4.5 minutes to go here in this first half. We're tied at 1. Jordan Beauchamp scored the first goal of this game. Collinsville got the equalizer about 6 minutes later. Another goal kick restart coming up here for Robbie Freeman. Freeman wearing the highlighter yellow uniform today. He'll send the ball back out to midfield. Again, that little bit of wind that's still blowing will cut it down a bit. And Cometa can't continue to push it forward. That one goes right off of Coach Luggie. Coach Luggie took one for the team.
Great save.
Awesome. There is a ball that goes past the on the other side of the O'Fallon bench. And a throw in coming up here from Carter. Carter lobs the ball over everyone, and it's sent up the line. Nice job keeping that in by O'Fallon, by the way. Thought that was going to go straight out of bounds. Collinsville, they bring it up one more time. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger turns around. He's got 5 guys around him. Well, make it 4. And then that ball ends up going out of bounds. Carter will throw it in again as we have just under 3 minutes to go here in this first half. He'll send the ball back over to Carter. Carter will send it to Garofalo. Garofalo will send it back to the defense, and Compton. Compton, he'll send it back to Starko. And Collinsville looks to start that offensive push all over again. Here's Compton. He sends it up, popped up by Garofalo. Garofalo will chase it down again and send it back over to Compton. Now into the middle of the field we go for Mahat. Mahat will send it over to this side for Peterson. Peterson stops that ball before it goes out of bounds. Now he's got a little competition there. He'll send it to Mahat. Mahat sends it right back up the middle, but no one there wearing the purple and the white. And that'll That'll be a play that's easy enough for Ethan Nelson. Back out to midfield. Nice job using his head there by Starko. Stepped right in front of the O'Fallon player and took that ball away. Here's Mahat. Mahat with a little lob pass, trying to find Peterson. He does. Trey over here on this near side sideline. Turns around, gives to Mahat. Mahat right in the middle. Nicely done. Here comes Munoz. He takes a shot.
Well, he's just too far out.
I think Ethan Nelson left his feet about 10 feet before that ball even got close to him. That looked like Superman flying through the air, and then when he landed on the ground, the ball went behind him.
Fallon triple teaming guys there, and somebody's to be open. They find Munoz that time there, and he just launches it from entirely too far out.
Yeah. We are approaching 1 minute to go here in this first half. 1-1 between Collinsville and O'Fallon. Out to midfield it goes. Collinsville, they get the ball back. Here is Peterson. Peterson trying to fend off Ben Schreiber. He does so, and now Trey's going to throw it in. Does so to Mahat. And Landon will send it up to Carranza. Carranza will send it over to Munoz. Munoz trying to strike it and find Reiniger, and Carter was over there as well, but that's sent up by Stone, and now O'Fallon, they'll try to get a little offense going. Collinsville has kind of owned possession here for a while, but here is Schroeder. Schroeder sends it up, and over onto the far side it goes, and a ball that goes over the line. It's going to be another corner kick coming up here for O'Fallon. This will be their second corner kick of this contest, and they've got about 25 seconds to do something with it.
It's initially looking like numbers for O'Fallon, but Collinsville got back in time, but here comes the corner kick.
That stays low and sent out and then in. Schroeder, he got the rebound and he came right to him and he buried it in the back of the net.
Yeah, it went right to the foot of Borum, and he tried to clear it out, and it went right to Schroeder's foot, and he buried it.
Sure did.
Harry Schroeder.
Comes with 14.5 seconds left in the first. 2-1. O'Fallon retakes the lead. And Collinsville has very little time to try and tie it up here in this first half, so they'll kick the ball around for a little bit, let the final time run down.
I'm just going to have everybody back here and get through these last seconds.
And that will do it for the first half. Second half action, that'll be coming your way after we take a timeout for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems in Collinsville. You having foundation issues, water problems, all things basement-y can be handled by Woods Basement Systems, working to keep homes dry since 1986. Woods Basement Systems, give them a call at 618-708-4055. We are at halftime, 2-1 in favor of O'Fallon. Woods Basement System halftime show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
We love to have you come work for the City of Collinsville. We have many positions available, from seasonal jobs to full-time opportunities in many of our departments. From police and fire to Gateway Center, Parks and Recreation, and City Hall. Our employees enjoy great benefits like comprehensive medical plans, paid time off, tuition reimbursement, and more. Visit the city's website, collinsvilleil.org, to apply and learn more about working for the City of Collinsville.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent service staff. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. And of course, All Pro Tees is your destination for everything Collinsville Kahawks. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville at 2240 South Morrison Avenue. Online at allprotees.com. Right across the street from Kahok Stadium. All Pro Tees, 618-344-2200. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. Are you in need of a new mailbox to go with your new home? How about a new mailbox to replace your old one? Look no further than Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. From economy to custom, Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can create a mailbox that suits your needs. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes is licensed and insured. They use only high-quality materials and offer a satisfaction guarantee policy. Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes can also make your very own axe throwing set, hanging or standing. Whether you need that axe throwing set or a new mailbox, you need Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes in Collinsville. For more information, get a hold of Big Dick's Brick Mailboxes at 618-680-0208 or online at needanewmailbox.com.
The Collinsville Area Community Foundation is our community's charitable foundation. We connect people, support programs, and guide resources to help our community thrive. Our board is made up of local leaders that donate their time and expertise to identify opportunities for long-term community impact in and around Collinsville. Find out more about scholarships, grants, and ways to give back to the city we love by visiting collinsvillefoundation.com.
Anyway, welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network. 2-1 in favor of O'Fallon here, as O'Fallon got the first goal. Jordan Bootchamp scored the first goal with 28 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first. Just about 6 minutes later, Collinsville's Adam Reiniger tied it up, and we stayed that way 1-1 until we had 14.5 seconds left to go in the first half, and that is when young Mr. Schroeder took care of things. Harry Schroeder scored the go-ahead goal, and Collinsville has given up some late goals with just less than a minute to go in the first half on a couple of occasions so far this year. So they're going to have to play comeback once again. Here's some out-of-area scores for you. Well, in the area, Triad beat Highland 7-0. Triad's on a roll, man. They beat O'Fallon 7-1 earlier this year. Belleville West leading Alton 1-0 at halftime. Edwardsville over East 1-0 also at halftime. Maryville Christian has 4. Metro East Lutheran, what was that? 2. 4-2 final score there, and Mater Dei over Westland by a final score of 4-0. And the Cardinals, hey, holding their own against a very good Atlanta Braves team. 4th inning, the Cardinals have a 6-1 lead. 3 home runs in that game. 3 home runs in that game for your St. Louis Cardinals. So how about that? That's going to do it for the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. The second half, that'll be coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition in Pontoon Beach provides complete commercial, industrial, and residential demolition and excavating services. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is family owned and operated by former Kahawks since 1980 and have over 4 decades serving the Metro East. Schaefer Excavating and Demolition is your choice for quality and experienced work at a reasonable price. Schaefer's does jobs of any size, whether digging for water and sewer lines, site preparation, or building demolition. Schaefer's can do it all. Schaefer's Excavating and Demolition also sells backfill, topsoil, loam, and other materials. Licensed, bonded, and insured, from earth moving and land clearing to building and demolition and road construction to septic and sewer system work. Call the experienced crew at Schaefer Excavating and Demolition, 618-931-6237.
Herald Square in Cold Herald, 2 great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, 2 great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Once again, we welcome you back to O'Fallon Township High School. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. We are underway in half number 2. Collinsville trailing 2-1. We shift into the field, so Collinsville will be attacking the goal to your left, while O'Fallon will be attacking the goal to your right. So O'Fallon will have the wind at their back here offensively, and at least on goal kick restarts this time, Robbie Freeman has the wind at his back, and I am sure he'll send that ball a little farther.
Well, unfortunate late half goal again for Collinsville.
Yeah.
Now they're trailing. Got to come back here in the second half.
Yeah, they did that against Triad. They did that against Edwardsville, and they did it here tonight against O'Fallon. Those goals with less than a minute to go in the half, man, those will come back to haunt you. So Collinsville has their work to do before they have 6 days off between now and their next match. And O'Fallon has a player down.
And they'll have 3 games in 4 days.
Well, he's up now, and he'll move out. That is Harry Schrader, who right now has been credited with the go-ahead goal. These two teams, man, they've been battling it out for quite some time over the last 25 years. They are pretty tight, but the teams split the 2 games last year. Collinsville won at Kahok Stadium 3-1. Garofalo, Peterson, and Reiniger all scored goals in that game. Collinsville had 9 shots on goal, while O'Fallon only had 3 in that contest. But then O'Fallon won here 2-1. Jimmy Kreider with the only goal for Collinsville in that one, and O'Fallon still only had 5 shots on goal, but it's better than the 3 they had in the previous game. But over the last 25 years, these two teams have battled hard. Collinsville has the edge over the Panthers with a 15-13 record in regular season meetings, but O'Fallon, they hold a big-time advantage in the playoffs. The Panthers are 8-1 versus Collinsville in the 9 playoff meetings they've had since 1999. And the last time that these two teams met, that was Collinsville's win. It was the 2021 sectional semifinal. Collinsville won 2-0, and they beat Moline in the sectional championship before they lost to Lockport 3-2. From 2010 to 2014, O'Fallon knocked Collinsville out of the playoffs 5 straight years. Looks like. Is that Ethan Nelson still in goal? I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Play at midfield. Collinsville trying to bring it down, and they have the wind at their back. Try to use that to their advantage. Comes all the way back to Compton. Compton will send it up into the midfield circle for Mahat. Mahat turns around. Peterson got kicked in the shin, but it's the guy who did the kicking who ended up going down. Here is Compton once again. Sends it over to the sideline, and now Carter with it. Carter sends it back. Munoz with it. Banks off a couple of more bodies. And into the game is Juan Carlos Doria. Haven't called his name all night. That ball will head over toward the O'Fallon bench, tracked down by the O'Fallon Panthers, and more specifically, it's Beauchamp. He had the first goal of this game. He's in a little bit of a back and forth over there on that far side sideline.
Doria typically been a starter, so I can only assume they were holding him out for the first half for whatever reason. He's out there now.
Those 5 straight losses in the playoffs. 2010 and 2011 was the regional championship game, but in 2012, 13, and 14, O'Fallon knocked Collinsville out in the regional semifinal. Add up the records for the regular season and the postseason. O'Fallon is 21-16-1 versus Collinsville. That one tie was a 1-1 draw back in 2002.
And we don't have those anymore in conference play.
No, we do not. Only in non-conference play will you find ties. Oh, there's a little push from behind. Collinsville will.
So we'll just give Collinsville the throw in.
Yeah, they're going to give him the throw in. Not that a kick would have done anything better than the throw in would have, but still, you see somebody commit a foul, blow the whistle. Here is O'Fallon. They lead by 1. They send the ball up to Hoover. Hoover skirts up that far side sideline, and then he's knocked out of bounds, and Borm will send it on up to Garofalo. Garofalo trying to get rid of his man. That is Radcliffe. Collinsville sends the ball up, and the Kahawks couldn't get there in time. Reiniger tried to get there, but that was sent out of bounds by Robbie Green. Yeah, it is a new goalkeeper. Robbie Green's in there now. So out is Ethan Nelson, the senior keeper, and in comes the junior keeper, Robbie Green. So we have a Robbie at one end and a Robbie at the other end. A Green for O'Fallon and a Freeman for Collinsville. Corner kick coming up here for the Kahawks. That is Collinsville's second, so each team now has 2 corner kicks. O'Fallon out shooting Collinsville with shots on goal 4-3. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger over here on this near side sideline. Sends the ball right back into the middle. Right at the front of the 18-yard box. Everybody kind of oversteps it. Trying to get in there was Chris Munoz. He was held from behind. And Collinsville is going to have a free kick from just outside the 18-yard box. Well, you could tell, man, Munoz was trying to run, and he was being held back. He couldn't catch up with the ball because he was being held. So this one's going to be from about 20 yards out, right in front of the 18-yard box. And it's on the way, and a skip and a bounce right on goal, but taken care of there by Robbie Green.
Yeah, Munoz just takes that one. Low kick, maybe hoping it goes off of another leg or something. fools the goalie, but he saves it clean.
Yeah. Just trying to rip those headphones off my head for that sneeze. I knew it was coming, but I couldn't get them off fast enough. Something in the air has been messing with my nose for the last couple of days. I don't know what it is, and I'm not one of those guys who typically suffers from allergies. Collinsville trying to get the equalizer. They got to do that first before they can think about winning this game. Carter tried to get there, but a whistle will stop that, and O'Fallon will be the beneficiary of this call.
Well, O'Fallon fans don't like that one because they maybe would have gotten ball up quicker the other way instead of holding everything up, giving the call much later.
Mo Taggart will take this. Ball just on the outside yellow rim of that big circle O in the middle of this football/soccer field. I don't even know what that was. Made it into the trash can. Ball made it into the trash can, sitting over there on the far side in between the benches. Everybody got a kick out of that.
I believe this is fresh new turf here at O'Fallon, new scoreboard. I don't know. Maybe
he swished it.
Maybe we got it on camera. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Not important. Free kick coming up here for O'Fallon now. This one's going to be from about 30 yards out over on the far side. So a strange angle for the kick, but nevertheless, it's a free kick. Referee's making Collinsville's line back up to just in front of the 18-yard box. And here we go. Line drive, skips, and Robbie Freeman sends it over the line. So O'Fallon is going to have their third corner kick of this game. I think it was going wide anyway, but Freeman didn't want to take any chances.
Yeah, you want to make sure it doesn't go over to anybody else. Just do what you can to clear it out.
Free kick coming from the far side corner. And it is on the way. It's going to stay low. It's going to come out front of the box. And a shot by O'Fallon, and just goes over the crossbar.
Job to corral it in by Cometa there, and then he puts on a heck of a shot. Just a little bit too high.
Just a little bit. It skipped off the very top of that crossbar.
Got into that little area between the football upright crossbar and the soccer crossbar.
Yeah, it squeezed itself right in between there, didn't it?
Not a lot of space there, but that's exactly where the ball went. Freeman will take this kick.
Sends it out to midfield, gets a little bit more help from that wind at his back. And the ball will take an O'Fallon bounce, and O'Fallon tries to move it up. They can't. In the way was Ty Starko. All the way over to the far side, trying to find Reiniger. Couldn't find him. Here is O'Fallon. They'll try to race it in from that far side sideline. Schroeder couldn't quite get there. That ball sent out of bounds by Collinsville, but a throw-in coming up here from Jacob Culp. And he'll give way for Nate Hoover. Hoover throws it in, and off of a head it goes, popped straight up. Little bicycle-style kick will keep the ball into the box, and it'll end up going across the line, and Robbie Freeman will have another goal kick restart here. Next action we have for you, volleyball. Granite City Warriors come to town Thursday night at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. And then, of course, Carbondale comes to town for a little Friday night football under the lights. We finally get to have a home game. Feels like it's been forever.
It has been.
Yeah,
the
that's
last
true.
home game was a heck of a game. It was the playoff win.
Yeah.
So now finally back home.
Yeah, that was, the last Friday in October that game was, wasn't it?
Yes, that's 100% correct. Freeman had to step out here and clear that one away, but Fallon will keep the offense going here.
That was kind of dangerous. There is Collinsville getting the ball out of harm's way again to Reiniger. All the way back out at midfield. Reiniger Sends it over to the sideline. Now he wants it back. He races up the sideline trying to split the defense. He does so. Still trying to get around his final defender. Can't do it, and that ball goes over the line. It's going to be a corner kick, I think.
They're pointing to the goal.
Yeah,
for a goal kick.
yeah, goal kick restart. .28 minutes to go here in this second half. 2-1 in favor of O'Fallon. O'Fallon got what is right now the go-ahead goal with 14 and a half seconds left in that first half.
I think the wind's kicking up more and more as we go along here in the second half.
Yeah, I keep on looking at that American flag over there at the retirement center, and that's the one I've really been paying attention to.
Yeah, that's what makes me think it's really getting going there. Maybe.
Freeman, oh wow. That's a major league header right there. What do they call Peterson with a push from behind? Is that what they call?
Yeah, just a little bit of a shove there.
Well, it didn't seem to affect Caden Radcliffe from getting his head on that ball. Free kick from midfield. Being taken here by Mo Taggart. Taggart will send the ball high and into the 18-yard box off of a head. I believe that was Compton, and a shot goes wide.
Another one there where the Cavs try to clear it out, and it goes onto directly to an O'Fallon player's foot. Schroeder just whiffed on that one. It was a little too far out, too. The Cavs got to do a better job of clearing that out.
So Robbie Freeman will send the ball back out. Doesn't get very far, but there's Compton to send it back out to where probably Robbie wanted to hit it in the first place, out to midfield. Now we have another whistle, and Collinsville will get a free kick from midfield.
We're just going to go back there.
Yeah, they're just going to pass it up, and they find Carter with it. Carter over here on the near side sends it over to Peterson. Peterson sends it back out to the middle. Compton let it go by him, and it's going to go up to Mahat. Mahat will send it up for Doria. Back over to Mahat. Mahat will send it over to the far side, and that shot's going to go inside the box, and coming out to get it is Robbie Green. Hawks have some work to do. They got to tie this thing up first. Cardinals are now leading 9-3. A little too late to put on a kind of show like that, isn't it? Still nice to see, but man, what a strange season it's been for the St. Louis Cardinals. At midfield we go. Over here to this side, and that is Matt Kesselman. And Freeman comes out, bounces off of him, and Carter, he's there. Excuse me. And now we have a whistle on the play.
Freeman had a hard time getting the ball. Squirted away from him not once, not twice, but 3 times. And he chased it out of bounds.
Excuse me.
Or he chased it out, not out of bounds, but out of the box.
Yeah. So is that what they're going to blow the whistle on? Said he touched it out of the box?
I don't think he touched it out of the box, but he went chasing it.
Yeah. Well, they're going to give it back to Freeman, and he's going to have a goal kick restart here. So that goes Collinsville's way, that whistle did. Freeman sends it back out to midfield. Takes a nice Collinsville bounce, heads to the offensive zone. Garofalo trying to chase it down. He does so over on the sideline. Now he has to turn the corner. He's being held over there as well. No call on the play. He'll send it back over to Doria. Doria tries to send it back to Garofalo. It ends up going across the line this time. And Collinsville will have another throw in. Ends up going out of bounds again. This time it'll belong to O'Fallon.
Yeah, just some play along the far side. Nothing much going on. Now O'Fallon will do some substituting.
McNamara comes into the game. I don't even have him on my roster. I don't even have a number 7.
I think we heard the announcement. playing up top, too.
So now I know who he is.
Playing up top, he could be somebody that could get a goal, so that'd be good to know.
Kahok's trying to find a way to score, tie this thing up. They're going to have to start all over again as this one comes back out to Freeman. Robbie sends it right up to Doria. Doria had it bounce off of his legs and has to play it backwards once again. He does so to Starko. Starko sends it up, almost found Garofalo over there. That ball slowly goes out of bounds all the way over on the far side. 22:45 left to play here in this second half. O'Fallon leading 2-1. You know, I asked Google the other day, when's the last time the Cardinals finished in last place, and it shot me back an answer of 1990. Then I read the St. Louis Post-Dispatch today, and their article said we haven't finished in last place since the early 1900s. Yeah.
Record-wise, I think they were going for something like that was from like the 70s as far as.
Yeah, that's what I told my wife when she asked me when's the last time the Cardinals finished in last place. I said, I'm most likely the 70s, because we were not good then. So I asked Google, and Google said 1990. I didn't look into it any farther than that. So I don't know. We'll just forget about this year and try to focus on next year. Blue season coming up. Their first preseason game's the 23rd of this month. That is the same day that my best friend turned 60. Throw in for Collinsville. Comes into the box. Reiniger trying to keep it alive over there. He does so. Peterson sends it back into the middle, but no one there wearing the purple and the white can get it. And now O'Fallon, they'll come back attacking the other way. And they'll send the ball all the way down, but Robbie Freeman will come back and put a boot into it and send it all the way back out to midfield. Over onto the far side. That ball takes a bounce back into the midfield circle. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger turns and spins. Sends it up to Carter. And past everyone, and that one goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming up here for O'Fallon and Caden Radcliffe. 21 minutes to go here in this second half. 2-1 in favor of O'Fallon. That ball sent all the way down. Takes a O'Fallon roll. And Starko will use his head and bounce it in for Robbie Freeman. Freeman sends it back out to midfield once again. Off a couple of heads. Comes down. Munoz sends it up. Trying to spring at him. Reiniger. Reiniger couldn't get there first, though, and it's sent out of bounds off of the foot of Lucas Faber. Thrown back in quickly. Here's Carter. Carter to Mahat. Mahat sends it over to Starko. Starko takes a shot toward the goal, and that one's right into the gut of Robbie Green.
If Green doesn't get that clean, the two Kayoks are right there.
Yeah, Doria was right on his doorstep. Here's Mahat. Another opportunity for Collinsville, trying to send it up to Reiniger. That ball is pushed up the line. Here is Carter. Carter sends it to Mahat. Mahat with a little flick. Sends it to Munoz. Munoz couldn't catch up with it. He's trying to get it back now. And he is in a little bit of a tussle there with Schroeder. Now a loose ball into the middle. And the O'Fallon Panthers bring it back up. Nice little move there by Radcliffe. Shot and a save by Freeman.
That one got some late air on it there, and Freeman saw enough, and he had to leave his feet just slightly to get the ball.
19.5 to go here in this second half. Collinsville trailing by a goal as that ball rolls all the way to Green, and Green, just for good measure, dives on the ball. I don't know if he dove or he fell down. Back out to midfield. Takes a nice high bounce, Starko. Trying to keep it moving forward. Has to play a little defense, a little flick, and that one never made it to Carter, but we're going to have a foul called against O'Fallon, and Collinsville will have a free kick from midfield.
Yeah, pretty clean there. Not a lot going on there, but called nonetheless.
Another shot that goes right into the breadbasket there of Green.
Guess he just likes to fall down.
I guess.
Could be a comfort thing, just knowing he has the ball and everybody will clear out.
Yeah. Maybe he was taught that from a young age. Back to midfield we go. And it's pushed up. Compton going to try to run it down first. He'll kick it over to Freeman. Freeman will fall down himself as he was kicking that ball, but gets it out to Peterson. Peterson tried to turn the corner, lost the ball. Radcliffe with a shot. That bounces off of the body of Borm. And now, that was Starko. Now Borm over there on the far side. Tries to bank it off a body across the inline, and that one eventually worked. Not the way the Borm wanted it to, but eventually it did.
It worked, just stuck with him like glue there, and ball goes out of the end zone, out of the end line.
I knew what you meant. It did do both.
Well, technically.
Yeah. Here is Freeman. Low line drive out to midfield. O'Fallon gets to the ball first. Popped up in the air. Who wants it? O'Fallon. They say they do. And they do. Until Carter gets there. Carter sends it back up. And Peterson tried to get there, but a nice slide right into the ball by Andrew Hill for O'Fallon. Told you Collinsville doesn't have a game for another 6 days as they will play at Webster Groves. O'Fallon's next game is Thursday at Granite City.
Kahok will see Granite City to end the season. Only one game with them, non-conference.
Fallon will be at Gene Baker Field. Just lost Mr. Baker, last week?
Yes, I believe so. Granite City, and also the days when it was called Granite City South.
Yeah. Collinsville gets another corner kick. We are now even on the corner kicks at 3 apiece. I don't know, that was a throw-in. They just threw it in from the corner. Comes out, here's a chance, and that one goes high. As I believe that it was more like a knee on that ball for Collinsville instead of a foot, so when it hits off with the wrong body part, it's going to take kind of a weird direction, as Chris Munoz just found out. 16 minutes left to play here in the second half. Time is winding down. Still plenty of time left to get this equalizer, but that's what's first on the list of things to do here for Collinsville. As Robbie Green sends us back to work. Wind kind of cuts that one down as well. Same thing Robbie Freeman was experiencing in the last half. O'Fallon with it. And the lead. They'll let that one roll all the way back to Green, and Green will send it right back to midfield. Didn't quite make it that far, but O'Fallon stays with it. Up the sideline on the near side. Back to Compton. Compton gets it up to Reiniger. Reiniger to Munoz. Back over here to Compton. Munoz tried to get it back over to Compton, and now O'Fallon's got numbers heading the other way. Here is Nix. Nix comes in on this right wing, but closing down that gap a little early was Starko. Nice job there by Ty Starko. And Nix and Starko did it again. Goes across the in line, or the sideline, and it's going to be a throw-in here for O'Fallon. Starko did a nice job. He did everything right that time. Not that he hasn't before, but you know what I mean. Here's a cross, and that one goes all the way out the other side. It's going to roll across the sideline. Collinsville will have a throw-in, unless it's off of them. I wasn't sure who it ended up going off of. Looks like O'Fallon's going to have the throw-in.
It's looking like O'Fallon's going to have numbers, and Collinsville did a good job making Nix go more towards the sideline. Might have had a wide open shot there as he worked to the outside, but not a shot you wanted to take. He tried to bring it in more, but didn't have a lot of help.
Yeah, Starko closed the ground quickly. Into the middle of the field it goes, and Collinsville gets there first, up to Doria. Doria sends the ball over to the far side, and Reiniger had it go off of O'Fallon player, so Collinsville will have a throw-in over there from the far side sideline. Karanzik checks back into the game for Collinsville.
We're going to have a stoppage
We're going to
in
have
play
a
here.
stoppage in play for what?
There was a player down on O'Fallon. He was like right on the side, but then he got right back up, so. sub in, I guess.
I guess. Schreiber comes in for O'Fallon. Collinsville trying to go back to work here. Into the middle of the field. Mahat. Oh, he gets kind of rustled away. Yeah, that's going to be a free kick. He got grabbed with both arms by Andrew Hill, and Hill just kind of threw him aside. So Mahat will have a free kick here from about 40 yards out. And toward the goal, off of a head, comes the wrong direction. Here is Doria. Doria tries to punch it over to the side where I believe that he had, is that Suarez over? No, that was Garofalo over there, but it went over Garofalo's head. Throw in, comes up the far side sideline, popped up into the air, and in front of the Collinsville bench, it'll go out of bounds. That one's in front of the O'Fallon bench. And that was a nice job keeping it in. I thought that was out. So Collinsville back to play a little defense. Borm over there on the far side sideline. And he does a nice job getting his body in the way of that shot. Now Peterson trying to track it down. He can't. Garofalo steps into it. Peterson is still trying to track it down, but now Peterson's going to get called for the foul. So O'Fallon will have a free kick from about 30 yards away.
It's all set up on the play on the sideline there. Collinsville's thinking Fallon's just going to let the ball go out. Panthers do a good job of keeping it in, trying to work it up, which they do.
Jake Koenig is supposed to come up and join us for the post-game show after this one's all said and done. Seems like it was half a day ago that I asked him to come up, so I don't know if he'll remember. A little wind coming in the booth. There's a shot on goal and a save by Freeman.
That shot just stayed low. I think O'Fallon was hoping for something, maybe take a crazy bounce.
Well, here's a Reiniger opportunity. Reiniger pops it, but it's going to go wide. He had a golden opportunity to tie it up, but it's one of those balls that was bouncing, and he tried to get a foot on it, but I'm pretty sure it hit off of his shin instead of his shoe, and it ended up going the wrong direction.
Don't want to lose that time to corral it in, get it under control. Two guys closing in from behind and the keeper closing in. Trying to rush something to get it, try to pop it up over the keeper and get it in the net. Doesn't work out.
Under 11 minutes to go here in the second half. 2-1 in favor of O'Fallon. Collinsville, probably their best opportunity to tie this thing up. That ball gets away. Reiniger uses his head, tries to get it to Peterson in the middle, but that takes a bounce, and Collinsville will have a throw in. And they do so to Carter. Carter will send it over to Mahat. Mahat. That was a little bit of a misplay on both ends of that ball, but O'Fallon gets it back. And at midfield, they'll try to move forward once again. Here is Ecker. Sends it up, and now a shot toward the goal, and a chance for Cometa, and he sent it high.
Really didn't have any angle on that one to try to get it, keep it low, so he had to try to send it high over Freeman's head.
Yeah, and one of those mid-level bounces, when those things bounce about waist high and you try to kick it, you're 9 times out of 10 you're going to miss it with your foot, and you're going to hit it off of another part of your leg, and it's not going to go the way you wanted it to. Here is Freeman. He'll send it back to midfield off of a head, and it comes down for Doria. Doria. Somebody has a noisemaker. Those aren't allowed, are they?
Don't know.
There's another opportunity for O'Fallon. They break in on the right wing, and a shot that goes high and wide off of the foot of Carson Nix. So O'Fallon with some chances here. They have the lead. They would love one more goal. Collinsville, they need one more goal.
Yeah, goal from O'Fallon will be a backbreaker.
Well, sure would be.
Late. Ooh, trying to, whatever that was supposed to be.
I don't know. Here is Radcliffe. Radcliffe gets taken off the ball. Collinsville heads back the other way, trying to stay onside. Here is Reiniger. Oh, he tried to settle the ball down for a chance, and it got away from him, and now Reiniger's going to get called for a foul.
In his attempt to settle the ball down, he kind of got twisted around and lost his feet. Then now the foul Just a few moments after that.
Yep. This will be a free kick from about 90 yards away. And taken by Green. Green sends the ball into the offensive zone. Comes off a couple of players. Munoz, now Mahat. Mahat sends it up in the middle for Peterson. Peterson couldn't control it. And Fallon got there first. Now a little ping pong action going off all kinds of different players here as Fallon ends up coming away with the loose ball. And now Carter, he'll chip it on over and he'll find Giovanni Mann. No, that's Compton. Sorry. That number 2 looked like a number 7 for a minute. Peterson tried to send it upfield, but that was blocked out by Radcliffe. Now Peterson trying to find the ball once again, but Fallon will send it out of bounds, and it'll belong to Collinsville, and they'll have to go all the way down the field if they want an opportunity to tie this thing up. We're down to 7:40 left to play here in this second half. Collinsville trails 2-1. Compton sends it to midfield. Radcliffe is there. Here is Reiniger trying to get the ball back. And getting in the way of that progress was Favor. Favor still with it. Sends the ball up, and Starko sends it to Mahat. Mahat sends it up, trying to find Garofalo, but the defense for Fallon held tough. That was Nate Hoover who was in the right spot at the right time. There's a little tug from behind. Yep. That one's going to go against Hill. And now we're going to have another stoppage in play. What's this one for? Looked like for a minute that Andrew Hill went down on a knee. And I'm guessing he was injured, but he got right back up.
Guess the referee decided to stop it as he was down. Let O'Fallon get the sub in.
Schroeder will come back in.
It was 2 minutes later.
We will go back to work.
It was 2 minutes later. They would stop the clock for the sub.
Here is Compton. Sends it up through everybody. It went past Reiniger and made it all the way to Garofalo, but Garofalo couldn't send it in the right direction. Here is Garofalo and Reiniger again. Now Garofalo sends it up to Reiniger. Reiniger tries a little side kick to get it into the box, but that was blocked out. Here is Mahat, and Mahat will send it over here to Compton. Compton sends it up to Doria. Doria back to Compton. Compton chipping in well from his defensive side, and then the ball gets back to Mahat. Mahat tries to send it over to Munoz. He gets bumped off the ball. Now trying to find Garofalo. Garofalo sends it over to Peterson. Peterson tries to work his way back into the middle. He does so. He directs some traffic. Can't get a shot. Now he does, and a roll, and it's in. Trey Peterson ties it up with 6:10 left to play here in this second half.
Big time sustained pressure by Collinsville. Peterson working hard in there. Garofalo was also in there, and like I said, Peterson finds a shot, and I don't think Green ever saw it.
I don't think he ever did either. I think he was blocked out. He was screened by not only our players, but his players as well.
So 6:10 on the clock, and push here to get ahead here. We don't want overtime.
No. I do not. Here is Munoz. He'll send it back to the defense. Defense sends it up to midfield, but O'Fallon is there to take care of it. And now Carter gets it up to Doria. Doria sends it over to Munoz, but he led him too far with the pass, and it eluded him. All the way over to the far side it goes. Harry Schroeder. He gets there first. Sends it up to a teammate on the sideline. I believe that's Radcliffe. Radcliffe will send it over this way. He'll find Zayden Brisley. And Brisley, he moves it up the sideline. Had a teammate there, but decided to stay with it. And now, over here on this near side, that ball will go across the end line, and it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Robbie Freeman. So Freeman will send the ball back out. 2-2 is our score. As we approach 5 minutes to go here in regulation, that ball gets past everybody, and now we have a whistle. That was away from the play because I didn't see anything happen where the ball was. Free kick for O'Fallon from midfield. And that'll be taken by Cole Smith. Nope. Smith will go join the fray down range. It'll be taken here by Mo Taggart. Taggart. He sends the ball into the sky. That's going to go wide, and it's going to go Not quite over the line. Yes, it did. So another goal kick restart coming up here for Robbie Freeman.
Kahok's played overtime last Tuesday against Edwardsville.
Yeah, they always wait to do that when I'm doing a game, don't they?
PK's game.
Yeah. That one's going to roll all the way back down. Oh, man, Green almost misplayed that. Collinsville trying to track it back down here at midfield. There is Carter, but Carter couldn't hold it in. Peterson trying to chip in as well. And here comes Cometa. Cometa over here on the near side sideline trying to get around Peterson. Peterson, he said, nope, I didn't do anything wrong. You just fell down. And now Peterson with it until O'Fallon pokes it out of bounds.
It wasn't in the box either way if something would have been
No,
called,
it wasn't. It was outside the box.
It would have been a dangerous.
Both of them turned the corner real sharp there, right by the box, and Cometa's feet just came out from underneath him. Here is Peterson with a throw-in. He does, up the line, trying to get it off Garofalo. And that ball sent sky high. Comes down, and Carter got a head on it, but so did O'Fallon, and they're going to say Carter touched it first. Throw-in coming up here from Brisley. 3:20 left to play here in this regulation second half. That ball off of Munoz, but popped up into the air by Schroeder. And then Collinsville takes another pop up. That's off of Carter again, and it's going to be a throw-in coming up here for O'Fallon. Ball comes down. Reiniger, he got there. And O'Fallon had a couple of players run into each other, but for the Panthers, Beauchamp stayed with it. Now Collinsville trying to fend off, and we're going to have a foul called against O'Fallon. So Collinsville is going to get a free kick, but it's going to be from right in front of the 18-yard box.
So give him a chance to get upfield here and set something up. Try to get
Munoz trying to find Reiniger, but stepping right in front of Reiniger was Brisley, and Carter knocked it out of bounds. So another throw-in opportunity here for O'Fallon. Into the 18-yard box it goes. It'll roll right to Freeman. Freeman will send us back to work with 2:15 left to play here in the second half. Out to midfield we go. Ball comes down and heads right for the sideline, and Brisley's not going to get there before it goes out of bounds. So Collinsville will have a throw, and Carter throws it in quick, trying to find Reiniger, and Reiniger got stepped on from behind by Radcliffe.
That's the case he was trying to make there.
Yeah, but
I got stepped in.
Yeah, and they called it the other way. Popped up right in front of the O'Fallon bench. Takes a little bit of a spin back toward the O'Fallon zone, and now a throw-in coming up here at the end of the Panthers bench. 90 seconds left to play here in regulation. Looks like this one's earmarked for another overtime. Into the box it goes, out of the box it comes. Here is Peterson trying to fend off a little bit. He does so. Gets the ball up to Doria. Doria flips the ball up. Reiniger trying to track it down, but he couldn't get there, and it was knocked out of bounds by Mo Taggart. And now we're going to have another stoppage of the clock.
The player down near the O'Fallon bench. Works out for Collinsville as they were trying to get the ball, a fresh ball. There's still a whole minute and 5 left.
Yeah.
So there wasn't that big of a hurry, but we'll have the stoppage of play.
The O'Fallon player that's hurt is across the yellow line over there on the far side. So he is out of bounds. Barely. And I believe we have a cramp.
Yeah, they're working on him. I think the referee is happy with what's going on. I think they'll get him out of the way, and he's off the side enough.
So Collinsville will have a throw in right underneath the press box here. It'll be Carter to take it. And we are back underway. Here's the throw in, comes to Doria. Doria trying to turn the corner to make it up that left wing, poked out of bounds. We're under a minute to go. Carter will have another throw in, and he's going to give way this time for Garofalo. Garofalo waits for his teammates to get set up. He'll throw it up front, and it comes down. O'Fallon, they got to it first. Comes out to the midfield area, then popped up toward the center 0 here, and a foul call. This one is going to go against O'Fallon as time continues to wind down. As we are down to the final 25 seconds, Collinsville will have a free kick from the midfield, and it'll be taken here by Compton.
I have one last chance here.
Compton sends the ball high, sends the ball deep, off of Reiniger, but it goes across the end line, and that is pretty much going to do it here as we will head to another overtime. What do you know? Overtime number 1, and that will be a 10-minute period. That'll come your way right after we take a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Diamonds for Kahawks is a facility improvement project to develop a baseball, softball, and football/soccer field for CHS students and our communities to utilize. The project includes 2 baseball fields, 2 softball fields, a soccer/football field, concession stand, bathrooms, and parking. The development of this facility will benefit the band, PE classes, baseball team, softball team, and soccer team with a centralized location, ease of access, and an eye-catching complex. Please contact A.D. Clay Smith to donate to this project or visit the Collinsville Area Community Foundation website to make your tax-deductible donation today.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Uptown Collinsville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs, you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers and sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest beer in town. Plus, they have an in-house DJ on Friday and Saturday nights. Dine in and catch a game or order carry-out with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 118 East Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-223-1948. Back here at O'Fallon Township High School, there were still like 90 seconds left to go in the break here, and they're like, okay, let's come back and play now. So we're going to play now, 10 minutes. First overtime.
That's like last week. I didn't put no time on the clock. Let them decide when they're ready to come out there.
Yeah. All right, so O'Fallon will have possession of the ball first. 2 10-minute overtime periods is what we have coming your way. Remember, no golden goal. You cannot win on a goal. You have to play both 10-minute overtime periods. If nothing's decided by then we'll go to penalty kicks once again.
Yep, we'll play a whole 20. We could have no goals, 1 goal, several goals.
We could have 6.
Sure.
I highly doubt it. All right, well, we came back early. Now what's the holdup? Referee got to put his hearing aid in?
Center ref is getting...
Looks like he has an earpiece on him going something.
Yeah, they may have some kind of communication system.
Yeah.
They're all able to talk to each other.
A little Bluetooth? I don't know. There's the whistle. We are underway in overtime number 1, and we switch ends of the field again. And Robbie Freeman back in goal to your left, and the other Robbie, Green, back in goal, I think. They bring Ethan Nelson back in. I can't tell until he turns around. I can't see his number on the front of his jersey, but here is O'Fallon. They'll send it up into the offensive zone, but there is Compton. He'll get there first and send it upfield. Doria sends it over to Munoz. Munoz sends the ball up, trying to spring Reiniger. That ball gets past the defense and out of goal. That is Green. Yeah, that's Green still. Collinsville keeping the ball alive. Here is Reiniger. Reiniger trying to find the ball once again. He lost it. Garofalo found it. And Garofalo trying to put a crossing pass of some sort on there. He'll turn the corner, and they say he went out of bounds. Man, oh man. Yeah, the yellow line on the end line is the very front of the big white fat line that they use for the football field here. A lot of places have it behind that line, but not here. Here's a rolling ball that Borm is going to take care of. He'll send the ball to the sideline, and O'Fallon will have a throw in as we are into overtime period number 1. Throw in coming up here for Beauchamp. He sends it up the middle. First one to get there is Collinsville. And a nice little move there by Garofalo, trying to spring Peterson, but led him just a little too far. That allowed Taggart to get in there and kick that ball away. Collinsville will have a throw in. And here once again is Borm. Down it goes. Back into the offensive zone it goes. Compton, he'll get there first. He'll send it over to Starko. Starko now trying to track it down once again as Beauchamp couldn't get there in time before it goes over the end line. And a goal kick restart coming up here for Robbie Freeman.
Well, with the 6-day layoff coming up for Collinsville, they can probably afford to go a little harder here in this overtime than O'Fallon can, since they have O'Fallon has another game much sooner than
Thursday. 2 days from now. Robbie Freeman sends it into the wind once again, which doesn't appear to have faltered much here. It was about 11 to 13 miles an hour when we got here, and an American flag across the way, blowing just as hard as it was when we got here. From midfield, free kick sent over as a pass, and now Collinsville will send it into the 18-yard box, and it'll come all the way out the other side near the corner. Throw in, comes up the line. Here is Munoz trying to track it down. He does, but then he's double teamed, and now we have a foul call. So Collinsville is going to have a free kick from just outside the box here.
Let's see where he takes this. Just right on the edge of the end line. Oh, now they throw the ball up more.
Making him back it up just a little bit. Munoz and Mahat out there. It's going to be Munoz. He'll send one a bouncer, and it goes across the end line. That's going to turn into a corner kick. That'll be the 4th corner kick of this game for Collinsville. Mahat and Munoz standing in the corner again, but they're just going to pass it. Now they'll send it up into the middle, and it's popped up into the air, and it'll come out the sideline, and Collinsville will have a throw in. So Collinsville retains possession down here, deep into their offensive zone, trying to find a way to score. Munoz ready to throw it in and trying to find Pearson, but the ball ends up going past him. Borm will send it up into the middle. Mahat trying to track it down. He can't. It's taken care of there by Schroeder. Schroeder sends the ball up over on the far side. It's Lugie trying to get there. He misplayed it, and Carter has it. Now to Peterson. Peterson sends it up the far sideline. Kahawk's got a little something going on. They're trying to look for more numbers in the middle, but everybody's a little gassed out there and having a bit of a hard time catching up. That ball goes out of bounds, and Collinsville will keep it. Throw in comes to Garofalo. Garofalo sends it to Carter. Carter sends it back over into the midfielders. And here is Munoz. Munoz gets a little push from behind. Sends it over to Doria. Doria trying to work his well around. He does. Puts one on goal. Saved there by Green. And then that ball is kicked out of bounds, and Collinsville will have another free kick or corner kick coming up here. This will be Collinsville's 5th corner kick of this game. Only they didn't take a corner kick, but the whistle will stop that. 4:40 left to play here in this.
Injury for O'Fallon. He's off beside the goal here.
Yeah, he is. So O'Fallon will get a replacement in, and the referee is going to go ahead and stop the clock. I thought he was going to keep it going for a minute, but with 4:28 left, he does stop the clock.
AT had a hard time finding who she was coming out to look for. Didn't see him behind the net there.
Well, it looks like he's, well, at least on his knees. That is Lucas Favor, the senior midfielder. And he's got a cramp.
They had him just, hey, get behind the net here as much as you can here so we can continue on. And athletic trainer will tend to him behind the net here, and the Kicks will start this corner.
Corner kick is more of a corner pass to Mahat, but he comes out and finds Munoz. Munoz waited just a tad too long to try to put that shot on goal, and it was blocked out by the O'Fallon defense. Now a chance for Carson Nix. Nix overran the ball for a minute, so he's got to stop and come back for it. Borm does a nice job poking that across the inline, and O'Fallon's going to have their own corner kick.
That's where it all broke down there for O'Fallon.
Right down there writing down notes.
Hey, some tips or something for him?
Yeah. I think he likes to mark the time that it happened so he can go back and look at it on film. Do we still call it film?
I suppose. What else would it be?
I don't know.
Video?
Digital, DVD, pixels. Corner kick coming up for O'Fallon. They send a low one skipping out front, and it goes by everyone. But O'Fallon still has an opportunity, and that one goes wide, and it'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Robbie Freeman with 3:20 left to play in this first overtime.
Fallon's first opportunity of the overtime.
That was their 4th corner kick.
Fallon nearly sends it back up, but the Kahawks block it out. Now here comes O'Fallon.
Yeah.
Cleared away again by Munoz.
Over to Carter. Carter off of the backside of one of the O'Fallon players, so it'll be a throw-in coming up here for Collinsville. And the throw-in comes up right in front of the Kahawks bench, popped up at midfield, comes down, and the Kahawks trying to find the ball, and it went right past Peterson. So O'Fallon trying to work the ball up, and Borm once again goes back to work and does so against Beauchamp. Stays with O'Fallon. And another ball that's going to go across the end line. It'll be a goal kick restart coming up here for Robbie Freeman again, as we are under 2 minutes to play here in this first overtime period. Oh, it's going to go across the line, and it's going to be a corner kick.
Yeah, they went off a Kahawk, and Fallon will get another corner.
So their 5th corner kick of this game. Instead, it's another little pass. Comes out front, and a nice move, but nowhere to go with it. And then Collinsville does a nice job defensively to stay with that ball, and the Kahawks try to bring it up. Here is Garofalo. Garofalo gets tripped up, stays on his feet, gets back up quickly, And he comes in and through the midfield circle, it goes to Reiniger. Reiniger trying to find Peterson. Peterson gets taken off the ball, and now we're going to have a whistle on the play as Collinsville was going in attack mode.
Yeah.
I can't believe that whistle happened like that. Normally when you're in attack mode, you're moving up the field. They don't call stuff back here.
Peterson was about to go one-on-one with a goalie, and they made the call on the foul up here near center field. Fallon wanted a handball because Garofalo fell, and as he fell, his hand braced himself with the ball.
There's the free kick from midfield being taken here by Compton. And we are down to about the final 30 seconds. That one's popped up. It's going to the far side post. Comes down, and off of the chest there of Radcliffe. And the ball ends up going out of bounds. Another throw-in opportunity coming up here, but we got about 20 seconds left before this first overtime is ending. And it comes in. I believe that's Munoz over there. He'll send it up into the 18-yard box, but no one there wearing the purple and white. Everybody was over on the other side of the field. So Fallon will send it back up to midfield, and that is going to do it for overtime period number 1. We will take a timeout, come back. Overtime period number 2 comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHOKSports.com and the KHOK Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the KHOK Sports Network and KHOKSports.com.
And a reminder about the Collinsville Junior Service Club's golf scramble that is set for Sunday, October 1st at Arlington Greens Golf Course in Granite City. For more information, call 618-210-7273. Back here at O'Fallon again, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Overtime period number 2 has made its way here. And nothing's been decided as of yet. And remember, still no golden goal. You have to play the whole 10 minutes. And if no goal has been scored in this 10-minute period, then we go to penalty kicks. So Collinsville will get possession of the ball here in the second OT.
Penalty kicks last Tuesday against
Edwardsville. Overtime Tuesdays is what we're going to start calling it. I'm not going to do games on Tuesdays anymore if they're all going to go into overtime.
No overtime next Tuesday.
Well, I won't. I think we have a 2-week wait period between my next game for as far as soccer is concerned. So Collinsville will get things going here. As soon as the referee blows his whistle, we're underway. Reiniger has control of the ball first. He'll send it back over to Peterson. Peterson back to Reiniger. Reiniger sends it to Munoz. Munoz will send it back into the midfield for Starko. Starko over here for Compton. Compton, Carter. Carter gets pushed from behind, stays on his feet. Now there's going to be a call. And it's going to belong to Collinsville. Yeah, the next soccer game I have is going to be at Edwardsville 2 weeks from today. As I said, I was going to have a game next Thursday against Belleville East at Belleville East, but family's going to go down to Heron and watch the grandson play some football. I hope you will all forgive me for that, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Belleville East usually has a pretty good setup. I don't know if they're doing soccer or not.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they are going to live stream that, so at least everybody will have a way to watch it. Throw in comes deep, and a high one comes down, and Mahat almost had a chance to win it there, and it's a save by Green, and it ends up going over the crossbar, and Collinsville is going to get another corner kick here. It's going to be the 6th corner kick of the night for the Kahawks. Only they don't take the corner kick again. Instead, they bring it out to Mahat. Mahat takes a shot. Oh, another save by Green, his 2nd. And that ball goes across the end line, and Collinsville is going to have another corner kick, this one from the far side corner. Man, I tell you what, Green's made a couple of good hand saves there. He's kind of tall. He lifts up those arms, and he can touch that crossbar. So we'll see if Collinsville wants to take a kick or another pass. This time they're going to kick it. Ben's out front. Trying the little bicycle kick was Doria. Here's Garofalo. Garofalo's kick is wide and way high. And that's going to be a goal kick restart coming up here for O'Fallon.
Some pressure there by the Kahawks there, but nothing to show for it. Lots of opportunities there in that series for the first 2 minutes of the second overtime.
Got intense there for a minute. Collinsville still trying to keep the ball down. Here's Doria. Nice steal. Doria comes away with the ball. Sends it out to the midfielders. The midfielders send it back to the defense. Defense will take over. Here is Compton. Compton sends it up. Splits the defense. Trying to find Garofalo. And now we're going to have a foul against Sam. Sam's
offside.
Pleading his case. Okay, offside. That's the call.
Was some contact down there. He's making sure he wasn't called for that, but it was.
I don't know, man. Garofalo was right in between both the defenders. If he was offside, it wouldn't by much.
That O'Fallon player goes down.
Collinsville player on the ground as well, but I think maybe they're just. Doria appears okay. I guess that's why they blew the whistle.
One on O'Fallon is going off. He was the one that caused the whistle.
I got you. Back to work. O'Fallon sends the ball into their offensive zone. Collinsville has spent the majority of the first few minutes of this overtime in their offensive zone, trying once again to keep it down there. Ball popped out to midfield. That's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Kahawks here. Carter will take care of it. He'll throw it all the way down to Garofalo. Garofalo with a nice little kick on the side of his foot. Gets it to Reiniger. Reiniger gets double teamed and gets taken off of that ball. You know Reiniger gets double teamed just about every time he touches it. That goes off of the face of Carter and goes back out of bounds. Throw in coming up here, and it eludes everybody except for Compton. Compton back to Freeman. Freeman sends the ball back out to midfield.
Lots of wide open play here. It's opening up here in this second
Sure
overtime.
is.
I don't think either team wants to go to PKs.
No, I don't blame them. That's just nerve-wracking if you ask me. Here is a chance for O'Fallon. They had a 1-on-3. And now we're going to have another timeout called. Stop the clock with another little injury there, but he didn't stay down very long. I don't know why he stopped the clock so quick. Unless he... Did he call a foul too?
He just called a common foul. Really no reason to stop the clock in that situation other than maybe he was concerned with the way the way the player went down. They'll just use that to their advantage here and work this out and take their time.
Wait for the ref to send Collinsville's wall back.
This will be a dangerous free kick for
Free kick.
Fallon.
This is going to be from about 30 yards out.
Inside of 30. Just offset to the goalie's right a little bit.
Kick on the way. That goes well high. That's right through the uprights.
Stayed high, very high.
Five and a half minutes to go here in this second overtime. Freeman sends it back to midfield. Settled down there by Garofalo. Garofalo gets around one defender. He's going to make the wide turn into the box. He's going to cross it in front. Reiniger slows it down, trying to get a shot on goal, but he is just mugged well out in front. But there's a call away from the play. That's going to go against Collinsville, and the O'Fallon Panthers are going to get a free kick out of this.
Got Radcliffe falling to the ground there right in front of Reiniger where he's trying to get the shot off. Somehow the call goes against Kahawks. I don't think coach is too happy about it.
I don't think it was on Reiniger, though. I think it was away from the play.
Right, no, it wasn't on Reiniger, but coach wants an explanation of that. And
oh, man, stop with your clock here. Come on, dude.
Now the two referees are getting together on it. Coach is very interested in this conversation.
4:51 is what we have left here.
Not much of a conversation, whatever it was, and
yeah,
I don't think we're going to change any calls.
Now the O'Fallon bench wants an explanation too.
All the coaches at Collinsville are over here on this.
Yeah, they're having a meeting.
Line official, Coach Sid and Coach Hayes, and Coach Boyd.
So goal kick restart is the official result. And we're back to work. Sent up to midfield off the foot of Radcliffe. Collinsville gets there first. They'll send it back up to where it came from, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be another throw-in coming up here for O'Fallon. Collinsville's kind of owned play here in this second overtime. Collinsville trying to track that ball down. They get it loose out of the crowd. Popped up near midfield. Carter's the first one there. He uses his head to get it a little farther, and it goes right in between the legs of Smith for O'Fallon. So Collinsville gets to keep possession of it. And then a Collinsville player down. Here comes O'Fallon, but they're going to have numbers heading the other way. And a little back flip there. And here is Peterson coming away with the ball. Peterson sends it over to the far side. I believe that is Doria. Doria sends the ball over to the sideline, and it's off of one of the O'Fallon players. Collinsville quickly throws it in, and Peterson was trying to kick it back up to himself, and now we're going to have a call, and it's going to go against Collinsville. Sure looked to be the opposite of that. Looked like Peterson almost got shoved down from behind, but they called that one against Collinsville. So free kick coming up for O'Fallon all the way over on the far sideline, about 100 yards away. And back out to midfield it goes. Ball down. O'Fallon trying to work up some offense. They send the ball up. Freeman's going to come out, and he's going to take care of that ball. Hustle back to goal as Mahat is the first one there. Mahat sends the ball up to Reiniger. Oh, just a little bit too far. Had too much speed on it. There is Mahat once again. off Reiniger's head. He was trying to get it down for Garofalo. A little miss hit there. Garofalo tried to chase it down. He can't. That ball ends up going across the end line, and it's going to be a corner kick.
A big miss hit there by Radcliffe there. Collins will nearly get that opportunity, and the goalie had to make sure the ball just got out of bounds.
So this is going to be the 8th corner kick of this game for Collinsville. Here it is. It's a bender in front, but they had to get it out, and there's a shot and a save. I believe at the last second that went off of one of the O'Fallon players, but they're going to say that one of the guys hugging that near post for Collinsville went off him instead.
Yeah, Garofalo was right there along the post. He couldn't do anything with it. Come up on 2 minutes to go.
Collinsville's had 8 corner kicks, and they're out shooting O'Fallon. 8 shots on goal to 6. So 8 corner kicks and 8 shots. Here are the Kahawks once again, and a whistle on the play. Collinsville gets the benefit of the call this time. We're down to 1:45 left. Collinsville sends it over, and it's off of a body. Comes all the way over here to Compton. Compton will let it go. It'll be a throw-in coming up here for the Kahawks. They'll throw it back to the defense. Here is Starko. Back over to Compton. Compton works it up to Mahat. Mahat sends the ball over to Munoz. Munoz inside that midfield circle will send the ball up, trying to find Reiniger in front, and the ball just eludes him. He's still trying to chase it down. He does. Here's a shot, and it goes high. Man, oh man.
He really had to fight for any kind of shot he could get. And once he did, he really took a whack at it and just went too high.
Tell you what, I didn't really want to be in overtime, but the overtime's been exciting.
Yeah, this has been an exciting overtime. Like I said, I think there's 2 teams that don't want to go to PKs.
No, but we're looking like we're heading that way. We're under a minute to go.
But nobody's been able to convert.
Well, here is Carter. Throw in coming up here for O'Fallon. They toss the ball in off of Mahat. It finds Reiniger. Reiniger finds Garofalo. And he tries to feed Reiniger. Reiniger over here just outside the box as Garofalo takes a tumble. And now they'll switch it over, and Garofalo will take it into the middle, but there wasn't anybody there wearing the purple and white. O'Fallon sends the ball out of bounds. Corner kick coming up here for Collinsville, their 9th corner kick of this game. And they're going to have to hurry. There's 15 seconds left to go here in this second overtime period. Mahat, he's going to take it. He sends the ball into the middle, off of a head, won't go down. And 7 seconds left, a shot towards the goal, and it goes just a little bit wide. And that is going to do it. We are going to head to penalty kicks. 2-2 is our score. Penalty kick phase. That'll be coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Welcome back to O'Fallon Township High School. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. We have entered the penalty kick phase once again, second Tuesday in a row. And we have been here. And O'Fallon will get first crack at it here against Robbie Freeman. Collinsville will be sending out Dane Compton, Trey Peterson, Adam Reiniger, Landon Mahat, and Sam Garofalo, we do believe. They were the first five on the field. First one here for O'Fallon is Cole Smith, the senior defenseman.
So last Tuesday, Edwardsville went first and made all five. Peterson missed his, so Kahok's made 3 of the 4 they attempted. And like I said, Edwardsville made all 5.
So here is Cole Smith. He's going to get first crack at this. First kick on the way. And it's through. Tell you what, Robbie Freeman guessed right. Just did not get a body part on it. And Adam Reiniger will be the first to goal here for Collinsville.
Smith kept that shot low and out of arm's length reach, so Freeman really had to get down low, couldn't get to it in time. Here's Reiniger.
All of a sudden, our viewership went from 55 to 90. Reiniger, he's going to get first crack at it for Collinsville. Made his last week against Edwardsville, and here is that try, and he will be successful.
Green guessed right, but just a lot on that kick, and Reiniger's is good. And
this will be Andrew Hill.
Hill for O'Fallon.
Senior midfielder for the Panthers. Need a stop. Can hear a pin drop in this place. Yeah, he guessed right again, but still couldn't get a body part on it. Andrew Hill is successful. O'Fallon has converted the first of their 2 penalty kicks. And here is Landon Mahat, the senior midfielder here for Collinsville. Robbie Green trying to do his best. Here's Mahat. Mahat gets it inside that near side post. And each team has made their first 2 PKs here. Can't believe how quiet this place gets.
Yeah, it gets real quiet. Everybody
sure does.
Ready to watch the kick.
Here is Jordan Beauchamp, the senior forward here for O'Fallon.
Both teams have made their first 2. This is the start of the 3rd set of kicks.
Beauchamp, ready to go. And this time Freeman guessed wrong. And O'Fallon has converted on their first three, and here comes Dane Compton, the senior defender for Collinsville.
Defender doesn't get a lot of chances on goal throughout the game, but they want to have him take a shot here in the PK round, just like last week.
And here is Compton, and he is good as well. So we are tied at 3.
Buried that one high. So 3-3 through the first 3. Supposed to be best of 5, but we'll continue on as necessary if still tied after 5.
Here is Aiden Cometa, the junior forward. Cometa had some opportunities earlier in this game to score a goal, just missed earlier in that second half. So Cometa against Freeman. And there is number 4.
Freeman goes to his left, ball goes to his right.
Here is Trey Peterson. Peterson trying to shake off that memory of him hitting the crossbar against Edwardsville last week. And that was the difference in the PK phase. Peterson against Robbie Green. And he stops it, did Green.
But it hit the post.
Did it hit the post?
It hit the post. Peterson didn't have that one on goal. Green didn't have to come up with it. Hit the post. And now Fallon can win it here.
Well, you know, Peterson's beside himself. 2 weeks in a row that he has not converted on a PK. And I guarantee you no one in this place feels any worse than Trey Peterson does.
Right, this is the 5th one, right?
Yep.
Yep, so Fallon will win it here.
If they can make this. And here is Caden Radcliffe, the senior midfielder, to try to do just that. Freeman wants a stop, or we need a miss. Radcliffe. Yeah, that's off the post, is it? Nope, it went across the line.
Just trickled in.
Sure did.
Freeman nearly had it. And second week in a row, Cahoks lose the PK round 5-3. Peterson misses his, and they're unable to stop the opponents. Any of the opponents' kicks.
And the final score after the PKs will end up being 3-2 in favor of O'Fallon. And for the second Tuesday in a row, Collinsville is going to leave feeling a little dejected. That'll take us into our post-game coverage, brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville at 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Another heartbreaking end for the Kahawks on the soccer pitch, as they will fall here tonight by a final score of 3-2 after being outshot in the penalty kick phase for the second week in a row, 5-3. Their 5th one didn't even get to happen, just like the one against Edwardsville last Tuesday. We'll take a break. We'll see if Jake Koenig is going to make his way up to talk to us or not. If not, we'll just go ahead and end this after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Sofwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
The Collinsville Daily News,
the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. Helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville loses this game tonight by a final score of 3-2. We were 2-2 after regulation, so we went into 2 overtime periods and couldn't be decided then. And then O'Fallon ended up with 5 penalty kicks to Collinsville's 3. Sam Garofalo didn't get a chance to kick after Trey Peterson's miss. That left the door open for the 5th and final kicker for O'Fallon to go ahead and win it and send everybody home, and that's exactly what they did. And for the second Tuesday in a row, Collinsville loses in heartbreaking fashion in the penalty kick phase. So that's going to do it for us. We are out of here. Next business we have with you will be Thursday from Collinsville High School and Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, as the Lady Kahoks volleyball team will step onto the court and take on Granite City. That'll be this Thursday. We'll be on the air sometime around 5:15, 5:30, depending on how the JV game goes. So a big thank you to Coach Rob Lugie for joining us in the pregame show. A big thank you to Chris Kettler on the camera and on the other microphone. My name is Todd Duke, and until Thursday evening, everybody enjoy the rest of your evening.